McLean Stadium on the banks of the Brazos in Waco, Texas. As we'll see, the winners of 3 straight, the Kansas State Wildcats, taking on one of the top teams in this conference, the Baylor Bears. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Bears will put total leather and will get started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Kansas State's offense will take the field first. And are we ever lucky to see these 2 great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sundays.
Yeah, these guys can both stress the defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent. Both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these 2 quarterbacks, David. This one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are 2 huge names. You know, brand versus brand. Big-time baller versus big-time baller. Trying to come out on top. Yeah, defenses, I feel bad for them. That's not what this is about. This is about the QBs.
Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. 3rd and 6, and they'll need a big play here on this opening drive. From the gun, wants to pass. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
That is the perfect start for a defense that has really struggled against the pass this season. They're in the bottom portion, okay? Have struggled, but opening drive, making a statement. Maybe this creates some momentum. Maybe this turns the tide for this defense.
Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. And the Bears trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get those running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces 3rd and goal. Going for 6. Touchdown Bears! Fit it in the window for the score.
I like this offense. I like watching it, man. They find a way to make plays and spread the football around, but I tell you what, I think this QB has an eye for this guy because that's 3 TDs now in 4 games. He wants to find him to make plays, really starting to trust that receiver out wide.
He'll return it. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Looking downfield on 1st down. Grabs it in the middle. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the 1st down and sets them up beautifully here. And the Wildcats have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Now looking for that 1st down on 3rd and short from the 26. He'll keep it on the sneak. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down.
And when you call the quarterback sneak, you're thinking, I'm going to fall forward and get at least a yard. But Palmer, that defensive line got in there, and the QB got nothing.
Well, he's got to do a better job with the snap count, too, and try to catch the defense when they're napping. Right there, everybody was set and ready. And one more of those type plays, and this dude's losing his quarterback sneak privileges.
Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stopped. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. And the defense snows him under after a very short game. Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. They'll give it to the back. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
That is a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. The Bears with the 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. He lets one fly deep. Can't hold on. He had it right down the middle, and he flat dropped it.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Pick up a 5. They'll need 5 more on 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Finnegan. That'll be enough for a 1st down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. And the Bears have this offense rolling. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Makes the catch. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Baylor!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Here's the handoff. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Williams. There he goes. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short game there. It's still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down. K-State sends the punt team onto the field, ready to boot it away. Makes the catch. Wants to make a move upfield. Looking for running room. He'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. He'll start this drive going to the air. He'll pull it down. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. They'll have to hurry if they want to get another play off before the quarter ends. From the shotgun, they'll run it. They throw it in reverse as that's the final play here in the 1st period. That's the end of the period. Baylor is on top. Man, that was an impressive and dominant 1st quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Just about ready to get things started here in the 2nd. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Here we go, set. Looking to fire. Pressure coming. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
pressure affects quarterbacks, and this guy's one of the best in the nation. I don't care how talented you are, but if you're being hit, you're not going to throw completions.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. The quick out. Guided out of bounds at the 22. Good play for this offense as they are threatening to score. Snap's going to come from the 23 on 1st and 10. They'll run the option. The pitch. Got some room into the goal line. Touchdown, Bears! Great job by the back on the option. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, your game is a big one, but so is this battle right now inside the Big Ten. Washington has opened up the playbook, and they are scoring in bunches right now. This offense has been electric. They're up 14 over Minnesota. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this Big Ten battle.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and that can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
Right on the money. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Firing to the right, complete. They stop him right at the 40-yard line. It's 4th down. Will they bring out the punt team? Kansas State will have to punt it away. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute it.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Right back to the well. Oh, he's got some space. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the 1st down.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
From the gun, to give, looking for room. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
And it's difficult to contain athletic quarterbacks, but man, when everybody plays their assignment, it's a beautiful thing. I understand I got to take away this. I got to keep my eyes on the quarterback.
He lets it fly. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The Bears line up to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Nice job to make the fair catch at the 16. Make sure that ball didn't bounce into the coffin corner. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. They've fallen into this big hole, and they are pretty desperate for answers right now. The give is to Williams. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it
finds a spot in the middle. And the tackle is made, but not before. That completion gets them 30+.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
And defensively, you've got to know this guy, man. He's got some wheels to him. He'll get outside the pocket. You can't let him outside the cage. Those ends have to do a good job of keeping contained. When you lose it, this is what happens. He can get outside, can scramble, and can get first downs.
From the gun, running back gets to give. Breaks into the open. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone right at the 20. We're at the 2-minute. And these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. Gives it on the option. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
At this part of the field in the red zone, offensively, you're bringing all these tight ends in the game. You'd like to be more physical at the point of attack. That's why you're bringing the big bodies in, but they couldn't get it done up front, and as a result, it's a negative play.
Fires to the tight end. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Quick shovel pass. He did not make it a stonewall on 3rd down. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
Yeah, and I'm banking. The ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding 3rd and short, understand they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play. The defense knew it, broke on the football, made a nice tackle to force a 4th down.
Right down the boulevard.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got out of trouble and throws. Makes the grab. Caught, and he's close to a 1st down on the nice pickup there. And the Bears in the hurry up. Off the play fake. Pocket breaking down. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And that's not a surprise for this offense, man. They continue to find him. He's made those big plays. He's put some touchdowns on the board. He's been the big play guy in this offense. I don't think I'd stop either. We're still getting started in this football game, and they're going to see more of those deep shots now.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. To the air on 1st down. It's caught downfield. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32.
And That was awesome by the offense. Good completion, great awareness by the receiver getting out of bounds. If you're on offense now, jog off the field, get the field goal kicker out there. You're going to steal through.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He'll try to take it back. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Men, it should come as no surprise that we have ourselves a fun matchup in Waco.
Kansas State will kick it off to start things in the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. They'll open the second half with a run. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. First down here for the offense. Wants to go up top on first down. Unloads to the wideout. On target to the left. Wide open spaces. Touchdown, Baylor! And the route is on.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. Unless you have somebody ready to do his best Tom Brady impression, down 28-3 is no fun, and they have to get something going right now. Looking for a deep man. It's picked off, and another empty drive. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and
turning it on. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
That's the beauty of misdirection in the run game, right? You try to show the defense one look, and then you come back and hit them the other way when they're not expecting it.
Down to the 12-yard line, it's first down. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears!
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And the extra point is true, and the score is 35-3. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time for a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Now the play fake. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Man, this defense has played so well, and this offense, they've struggled. They haven't executed greatly. They're going to have to do it against a really good defense who continues to apply pressure. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback a little better.
And he just throws it away. That is not what you're looking for on third down. Fourth down coming up. K-State sends the punt team onto the field, ready to boot it away. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back.
It's a fumble. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. And the offense takes the field ready to go back to work. Looking to throw on first down. Quick strike complete. Powers through the defender. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. They went up top to pick up the last first down. Let's see what they have here. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
They go to the ground. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Fires to the middle. He's got an open man. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. And the Wildcats come to the line with a new set of downs. On the move, he fires. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Man, I love the catch radius on this guy. If you just put it somewhere near his body, he's going to be able to reel it in. That was a phenomenal job, showing you his athleticism and also his concentration, making that outstanding grab.
Not much to show for it. This defense has kept them bottled up all day.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
Now on fourth down, they'll try to come away with 3. And for the second time in this game, he'll try to knock through a field goal, this one a 41-yarder. Big catches, big plays, tons of yards through 3 quarters for these two guys. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. The play action fake. Incomplete pass, and the defense comes up big, and they take over. They'll operate out of split backs. From the gun, the running back has it. Got the first down and more. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. They'll give it to him again. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Toss sweep to the right. And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did.
He wants to take the top off. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Bears decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Picks up the 1st down. Bringing it back. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Motion from the back. Looking downfield on 1st down. Going for it all. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
From the gun, the ground game. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run up the middle, try different things to see what you do.
He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. It's on target and complete. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. A 1st down run in the red zone. Touchdown, Baylor! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, we've got a final to let you know about, a game happening inside the ACC today. SMU rolled to victory today in a game where they not only capitalized on opportunities, they created them. And that's the way this coach wants them to play every week. One team will rise in the ACC standings while the other is going to sink like a stone. The harsh reality of college football when conference foes face off, fellas.
Hey, Kevin Connors, keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They give it to him again. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Yeah, and this this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to...
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Kansas State will have to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want it. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And the Bears will try to pin them back with the punt. And the returner will be brought down. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Works his way into the traffic and picks up 3 to the 17.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Line getting set on 2nd down. Back to pass. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And that play is a microcosm of what this game has been. They have not been able to protect their quarterback all game long, early or late, up front. Moving forward, this offense has got to do a better job.
He lobs one high down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. K-State sends the punt team onto the field, ready to boot it away. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Getting ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing today, David, ended up working out.
No doubt. They've put a lot of highlights together, put a great offensive game together, complete football game. They get the win. On to next week.
Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back-to-back games and probably building a little confidence.
And you want it to be a habit. That's what you talk about as a coach week after week. Let's build. Let's create momentum and continue to build on it. And then you look up at the end of the season, you never know where you could be, what dreams you could bring.